Okay, today we're going to talk about courage. Ella, what does courage mean?
Courage is kind of like something you believe, but it's believe in yourself. So, like, if it's your first time swimming a race, you have courage. That's like you believing yourself that you're gonna finish it. And
That's right.
it was my first time doing a sprinter race,
The sprint triathlon.
the sprint triathlon. I had courage.
So, courage is like things that you have to do or know you should do, but you might be afraid to do it. So what are some things, Ella and Hunter, that are things that you were maybe afraid of doing?
I was afraid that when I was doing a race, but I actually wasn't.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what are some races that you were maybe scared to do?
I was scared of doing the fifth one I did. That was when the triathlon. Yeah.
Were you afraid? Were you afraid to do your triathlon?
No.
Can you put the thing right here?
Actually, yes.
Why were you afraid to do your triathlon?
Because it was kind of afraid, but it was a little afraid, but not a lot afraid.
But what were you afraid about? What were you scared about?
I was afraid about that I'm almost going to sink.
Oh, in the swimming?
Yeah.
But did you? And that's really what courage is, right? Is when we're afraid to do something, but we do it. Can you hand it over to Ella? And Ella, can you tell me about something that you were maybe afraid to do, but you knew that you should do it?
I was afraid to do it. Something that it's because my first triathlon my first long distance triathlon was Miami.
Yeah, oh, Daytona Beach.
So I was really scared of Daytona Beach because that was my first time being in the lake, and
Was that water cold?
yeah, it was really cold, and Dad forgot my wetsuit.
And do you remember what you said that night at the hotel before the race?
Why did you sign me up for this?
And then what did you say after your race?
I want to do more.
So that's a good example for both of you of how you guys were afraid to do something, but you did it. And that's an example of courage.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that maybe Mommy and Daddy have done that you think is courageous?
Daddy's first Ironman.
Okay.
And when Daddy almost fell off his bike.
I didn't almost fell off. I did fall off.
And when Dad fell off his bike, he was very scared, but good thing he landed on a spot of grass. And Mommy was afraid of her first half Ironman. So 25 days before that, she did not know how to swim 25 meters. And she knows how to swim 1 meter. So after that, every day they go to the pool and practice and Mommy practiced all day. And Mommy kept on, and before work, Mommy kept on doing a little inch farther, a little inch farther, a little inch further.
I think that is a fantastic example of courage. When Mommy was afraid to do a half Ironman, she didn't know how to swim 55 days before she signed up for a half Ironman. But she signed up anyways because she knew that she had to do it and she was better person.
She knew how to do it, and she knew how to swim, knew how to bike.
No, she didn't. She didn't know how to swim, but she signed up for it because she said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to figure out a way.
And that is when she was courageous.
So maybe when
And
you,
that was crazy.
that was pretty crazy. So what do you think about for you when you're a mommy or you're a daddy? What do you want to show your kids?
I want to tell them about Courageous and how mommy signed up for half Ironman and did all that stuff in 55 days. And but I want them more than 55 days. And I want them to learn that there is Courageous. I want to learn. I want my friends to learn about that.
You want your friends to learn about what mommy did and being courageous?
Yeah. And don't be scared. You're actually brave.
Oh.
And like, there can't be anything. There can't be any brave without fear.
That whoa! Where did you learn that?
Because I always seen people like me. I learned that I was afraid, and after I did it, I became brave, and I said, "Oh, I want to do it again." Like I did at the sprint triathlon.
And just like Hunter did at the Ironman Kids, and then his first triathlon and his 5Ks, there's so many times that sometimes we just like, hey, I don't want to do this, but we do it and like, oh my gosh, like I want to do that a whole bunch.
And if you poop in your no. If you poop no.
Let's find a different story, Hunter.
Poop.
Hunter,
No.
let's find a different story.
Oh, fuck. Okay. And like, if you're, I'll tell that later.
Okay.
If you're brave, and there's not any fear, you can't get gooder at the triathlon. Yeah, like if you're very good at, if you're very good at like letters or swimming.
So bravery and courage requires what?
Fear.
And getting over what?
Giving over your fear. Like when I was afraid to do the triathlon, I had fear right there.
That's right.
And then,
now, what do you guys? Can Hunter do it? Can Hunter do it? So, what do you guys think about? What are some courageous things that entrepreneurs have to do?
I don't know. I know.
Can maybe Ella can help?
Entrepreneurs do like stuff when they swim and do stuff that they pay for like swimming.
Okay. And Ella, what do you think?
Oh, you can just say it with your mouth.
Hunter, do you mind if Ella tries?
She did it for a long time, bro. So, if you're an entrepreneur, you have to like pay something. Like if you only did it for like 2 days and you were bored of it, so then you just leave. But if you do it for several months, you started to get a hang of it, because like you can't just leave like 2 days later because you didn't know much. And then other entrepreneurs will teach you and teach you and teach you more and more, and it will get funner and funner. And after that, you will really want to do it more.
I think it's a good idea. Is Hunter raising his hand or just stretching his arm?
I'm just raising my hand so I can do it.
Oh, okay.
Can I talk now?
Yes, you can talk now. So
if you're scared of a triathlon, you have to just do it.
That's right.
If you don't do it, you're not going to sign for it. If you really want to do it, you have to do it.
That's exactly right.
If you don't know, you can ask somebody to teach you. Teach you always to teach you how to swim and bike and run.
That's right.
And if you pass first place, you're the first place.
That's right. And let's talk more about entrepreneurs. So like, if you have a job and you work for somebody as an employee, you get paid every month. You don't have to worry about it, right?
Every day and every month you get the dollars. And
do you think it's do you think it's, if you're trying to start a new business and you don't know how to do it,
you can ask somebody.
That's right. You could ask somebody.
And also, if you're an employee, you can't just let the boss take control of you. Like when Daddy was a busboy, he wanted to clean the tables. So he was cleaning tables and cleaning tables. And a few days later, he wanted to be a waiter. And then the boss said, well, it would take you a year to be a waiter. And then Daddy said, then let me try. And then he said, start Monday. And then after a few weeks, you became a waiter. It's not that the boss is always like the boss of you. He just runs it. So you can't let other people's saying be in front of you and like not letting you do what you want to do, like accomplish your dreams.
That's right. I love that. Right? Sometimes, here's another good example for you. You're going to start what grade are you going into?
Third.
So you're going in third grade
I'm going in first.
What? That's right, guys. So if the teachers say, okay, guys, it's going to take you 4 months to learn all this stuff, well, then you could say, well, how can I learn this in 1 month? Like, other people's standards, what other people say is possible, doesn't mean that's what is possible for you. Maybe you can do it faster, better. And so, yes, of course, listen to how other people think about it, but you set your own standards.
And like, if other people finish it in 4 months, and if you had to finish it in 5 months, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how fast other people go, because each person is good at one thing. Like, one person is good at golf, and the other person is good at basketball. Yeah, and like, their saying can't stop you from trying it. So like, if I wanted to do basketball and I was really good at golf, and Hunter was really good at basketball, and then he was like the head team member, and then he said like, no, you can't be on this team because you're not good at basketball, and you can't go on this team until like 4 months. Then I could try it out and ask them and say, hey, can I try your basketball team out? And then like, I could try it out and see how good I am, and maybe I can fix my level.
That's right.
But if he says no, you could like a few days later you can ask them again. You can start practicing and practicing and practicing, and a few months later you're probably going to be good at it. And then you could ask them again, and like, maybe they'll say yes. Hey.
Yeah, that's a different lesson. That's called persistence, right? If someone says, no, you're not qualified, well, maybe you go get a little more skill and you come back. And they said, no, come back. You keep on trying and trying and trying and trying. That's a different lesson. We will talk to you. Our next lesson, we'll talk about persistence, on how Daddy got his job in investment banking. Have I ever told you that story? All right. Well, then that'll be the next job.
Bye.
Bye.